couple of games here where the rhythm's kind of been found. But do you feel like now that you have the whole team kind of together and you're able to stack these wins against these top teams, that the team's kind of unlocking something, figuring it out together?
Yeah, I wouldn't say a rhythm. I mean, those are two very different games. I think the competitive spirit and togetherness, we had to play really hard tonight to put ourselves in a position to win the basketball game. We set a season high for catch and shoot threes with 29. A lot of those were uncontested. We were 2 for 16 on uncontested threes in the first half. I feel like, we left a lot on the table, and they did a really good job, I thought, of not allowing us at times to get the matchups that we wanted with some of their scrams. They have a great defense. They communicate well. They're big. They're athletic. They're strong. But we weathered some missed shots, did a good job of taking care of the basketball, limited them to 13 fast break points and 10 second chance points, made them play in the half court. Our guys really competed on that. They left everything on, they emptied the tank. They emptied the tank on the defensive end. It was fantastic.
JJ, Houston played some huge lineups, and I think you were small for a pretty good portion. What allowed those units to have success, and what's the key when you're in those formations against a team like that?
Well, defensively, it's just packing the paint and gang rebound. I think we did that tonight. LeBron 8 rebounds, Austin 8 rebounds, Lucas 6 rebounds, Doe 6 rebounds, Gabe 4 rebounds, Vando 6 rebounds. That's how we have to. That's how we have to control the glass is by committee. This was very explicit. If you're on Şengün and Adams, you're not going to get the rebound. Your job is to box out. It's somebody else's job to come in, tip the ball to a teammate, or grab the rebound. We were great with that tonight.
When we were in Memphis, you told us that you liked the way that the team kept going to Dorian on the three-point line, even though he was missing some, and he hit a big one tonight. His best game offensively as a Laker. Have you had to, coach him up to be able to, keep shooting? For him, it's probably feels strange to shoot 11 threes when you have Austin and LeBron and Luka as teammates. Yeah. But do you have to kind of unlock that in him?
They should have been 14. He should have shot 14. He passed up 3. I think his teammates have a ton of confidence in him. We as a coaching staff have a ton of confidence. He needs gentle reminders sometimes to keep shooting. And particularly, look, the type of shots that he gets, whether that's a corner 3 or a pick and pop versus a 5, they're open shots. We're not going to get a better shot. He has to be willing to unload the clip every night.
JJ, I know you kind of already touched on it, but it felt like they were really making a point to get the big 3, the ball out of their hands and into everyone else's hands, and you could tell that kind of by their field goal attempts. How did you feel like you guys handled that, and is this kind of like a reference point for the playoffs when you're playing teams that are probably going to try and do the same thing? Yeah,
I think, Houston, they have the personnel to do that. Our 3 guys that are our primary creators and shot takers, I thought just did a good job of being patient and taking what was there. And if they wanted the ball to find Gabe and Dorian, I think those guys responded well. They shot 12 for 24 from 3. Again, it's just a willingness to take shots. And it wasn't just the 2 of them. Rui missed 5 threes that were open. We generated good stuff. It was very obvious that they were trying to take away Jackson's roles. They were loading to Bron. They were loading to AR. They were trying to not allow us to score in the paint. And then with their 5s, just they never went to a switch, never went to a red. So it was just all pick and pop. And again, we want those guys taking their.
Lakers are having one of their best seasons at home, 28-9 overall, but they're even better against the Western Conference. They're 19-3 in home games against the West. That's an .864 winning percentage, 5th best mark by a Lakers team over the last 35 seasons. And they've won their last 10 at home against the West too. Not too shabby. Jackson Hayes wants to make it 11 in a row. Earlier he spoke with Allie.
Thanks so much, Geeter. Jackson, obviously back off that 4-game road trip. Back in familiar territory, 28-9 here at home for you guys, including 19-3 versus the Western Conference. First and foremost, what is it about this place that has you guys playing so well this season?
Definitely Lakers Nation. They be bringing all the energy, at least for me. They get me all hyped up, get me going for the game. So I feel like just playing at home definitely helps.
I know one game in particular, that Chicago loss, you don't want to talk about specifically, but when you just think about those 4 games on that road trip, what was the biggest takeaway for you guys as a squad?
Just really how important every possession is coming down this stretch, every possession of every game, playing for playoff seeding. So, I mean, just everything's very important right now.
Takes me to that next question, because JJ was just talking about how when it comes to the postseason, it can be so exhausting because it is possession by possession, but he wants you guys to build that playoff mentality over the next 8. What does that look like if done successfully for you guys over the final 8?
Just staying locked in every possession on the defensive end, especially on the defensive end, and then also on the offensive end, just making sure we're getting to the right stuff, not getting into bad shots and just stuff like that. Really just like getting into everything that's right.
For you, the last time you guys faced Houston, it was back in early January, just 2 points, 2 rebounds, just 2 shot attempts. How much have you just changed as a person and a player specifically, obviously, for the squad?
I mean, definitely a lot. I mean, my role has changed a lot more. Obviously, I think then that was definitely when we started AD, so I was a backup back then. So, but yeah, really just roles changed, but just same mentality, though. Just come in and make energy plays and try to affect the game as much as I can.
JJ was talking about the importance of you specifically as this team's big. How do you view your responsibility the rest of the way?
Yeah, I mean, just exactly as this team's big, and it's my job to get people open with screens, my job to rebound the ball and box out the other team's guys, and just keeping them off the glass and just trying to do my little nitty-gritty things I can do.
How do you do that tonight, obviously, versus a team that is the best in the league on the glass, offensive rebound-wise, to set that tone?
Just boxing out, making sure I'm hitting somebody.
You act like it's so simple.
It's not that simple.
Thank you.
Especially when you're playing somebody like Steven Adams over there. Sengun gets like 2.5. Amen Thompson gets like 2.5 a game. So just really just getting hits on guys and just making sure they're not getting free runs at the hoop. So, I mean, they can get easy putbacks. So, I mean, that's really all it's about.
Continuing to just make it look easy. Jax, I appreciate your time as always.
Thank you very much.
Guys, back to you.
All right, good work, Allie. Always fun to have Jackson. Time for Big Shots Breakdown, brought to you by Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Good times. Rob, the Lakers had some good defensive moments during the 4-game road trip. Let's break it down.
Well, you remember last time I went to the wall, I asked Prez to, talk about hands on your knees, and I talked about how bad their defense was. But this time, I'm going to show you how the defense has been tweaked a little bit, and that's all that matters. And you got guys that can move the feet, stay in front of the offensive player right here. The good switch right here. This is all about good. Good right here plays. Banchero right here gets him in the post. He doesn't give up. Now you get Jackson Hayes to come over. The defense is a little soft, but you're still in position. Luka's in position. Everybody's in position. Dodo drops down exposed. Look at the rotation. The rotation's good. Luka telling Dodo to get out. Bam. Now, look how bad. This is what you call fighting. Most times, little guys just give it up.